This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
Hi there, everyone. This is the Kyodaichat, and today we have a very interesting episode for you. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host Jason. And today's topic, we're discussing the modern battle of physical media versus digital media. Jason, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm a little bit busy watching World Cup right now, but yeah, I'm good. This is breaking news, right? So yeah.
Yes. The World Cup in itself is very interesting, but boy, when this news came on, for those of you who didn't catch it, Sony announced that they are no longer going to be producing game discs in the year January 2028. Moving forward, they're doing digital only, and that is basically the whole setup for the PlayStation 6. We could have seen this coming. I don't know if anybody paid attention to the Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement last week, but there was a huge backlash for GTA 6 and Rockstar being digital only. Now, Rockstar has confirmed that they will release physical game discs much later down the line, but when the Grand Theft Auto 6 launch in November 19th, I believe, it's going to be strictly digital. And last week they opened up for pre-order, and a lot of people did not like the fact that it was only going to be digital. And the fact that Rockstar has basically mentioned that the physical box will include a digital code for the game, which seemed really redundant. There's no point to do that. But Jason, what's your take on these two announcements so far?
For me, I'm actually I don't really have an opinion against or for the digital only sales from PlayStation. I understand a lot of people will be upset because it's kind of like a new steps into the technical area where people no longer require the physical actual game, which can be upsetting, and I can understand that. But on the other hand, I felt that it's surely it's the next step from towards the technical world. Well, people don't buy actual music copy CDs, for years now, and now people I wouldn't say barely going to the cinema, but a lot of people will choose to sit at home and watch Netflix or HBO or other streaming forms to enjoy the movies. So the whole industry, the market determines that the consumer will will go more rely on this type of consuming the games, and maybe the physical copies are no longer needed or no longer favored. So it's the norm of the industry now. So it will go to that point sooner or later anyway. So yeah, that's my thought on this matter.
Well, it may be the norm in the future, but there is an argument on the other side for people that do enjoy the physical items. Yes, they have platforms and accounts where people can have as many, and I do understand that having less physical media and whatnot will certainly clear up a lot more space in their homes and whatnot, which again is favorable. We understand. And believe it or not, Kyodaichat has reached out to some members, and we got some feedbacks actually, and it's very interesting. We're gonna share them with you, obviously. But on the side of the digital, especially if you are living the age of the minimalism, which is, good for you. But I do worry in certain aspects that when you have these accounts where the bigger corporation can charge you more for having the account, like Netflix, always increasing the monthly rates whenever they feel like it, and you as a consumer don't have any control over that. They can also remove the contents of what their platform carries due to any licensing agreement and whatnot. So you don't necessarily have access to that media forever. Whereas if you pay one time on a physical media, that's yours to do whatever you want with it. You can have it for 20 plus years and then it'll still be yours. And if you decide to get rid of it, you can sell it and get something back from it. And that's something that, digital accounts you certainly can't do. So what do you think about that, Jason?
I can. Well, first of all, we'll see if the actual the game's price will be higher or lower. It should be cheaper because it no longer requires the production of the physical copy, so it's kind of lower the cost. And about the content that the PlayStation can choose to cancel it or end in your purchase, that kind of thing. It's still PlayStation will. Let's wait and see how that problem unfolds, because I'm sure it certainly is a major issue from the gamers, which will hope the PlayStation's waiting for their feedbacks on how to solve the problems. On the other hand, I can understand maybe the library of a PlayStation will take a hit because the games on that platform will have some issues. So on the other hand, I'm interested to see how Xbox react, because Xbox doesn't have this sort of announcement as of now. So maybe still it will change. Maybe they will draw some people from PlayStation and then join the Xbox. So it's still very interesting to see. No more physical copies means that so every physical copy is now become sort of the collections now. So it will also be interesting. It's just like how people no longer buy CDs or those big black albums for consuming, only for the collections purposes. But it's still a lot of things that we'll wait for PlayStation to announce or to solve the problem. Maybe just wait and see, I guess.
Well, to quote from one of our members that we asked this question, and to quote them, cheap bastards, the bigger company will obviously be saving a fortune not making physical games, so the price should be lowered. And while that is wishful thinking, they're not going to. It's going to obviously be regular price. The whole point of them cutting out the video game disc production is so that they can have more pocket and don't have to put out more money to make the games. And like I said, with these accounts, they will always increase the price. Like you and I are very aware of the PlayStation Plus subscription compared to the prices they were now compared to they were 3 years ago. It's like a big difference. So I honestly feel like a lot of people feel like, well, digital game would be cheaper and whatnot. Maybe if the game has been out for quite a while, they may go on sale. But for new releases, it definitely will be regular price. And if you are on the, I gotta play it, when it's released, then good luck to you, because you're not gonna see any savings.
That's fair, I guess. Like if people want to play this game but not want to pay the initial release price, they can always, I guess, wait for a sale. and those diehard fans who want it day one, they will pay the full price. So that's the personal choice, I guess. And also, I'm wondering if the company or they will still produce the box. They just no CDs in it.
But
Maybe
why
they
make
will.
the box if there's no disc in it? I mean, like,
Uh, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But I can immediately thinking about the collection episode that we did previously, where the J-pop or K-pop albums, they like. I wonder if the gaming will be pushing out some sort of special exclusive features in those boxes, because make you have to do something to make up for the people who purchased the actual box, even though there's no CD in it, right? So maybe they will have some sort of pre-order exclusive content code or whatever, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if that wasn't the case, I don't see why they're still making the box and then put it in the market.
yeah, some of our members hope that the physical media is going to be a resurgence, but time will tell. And the person obviously hoped that, you know, physical media would be the popular opinion to stay with it. But once again, time will tell. And please, listeners, you know, leave us a comment and let us know what your take on this. And obviously, it's a very interesting conversation because this doesn't just extend out to video gaming as a whole. It's music, it's TV shows and movies, it's online classes now, it's online books, you know, digital. Even, you know, like dating is going online at one point or another. So it's just another facet of a transition that basically is going digital. Are you for it or are you against it? Please let us know in the comments. Now, we do have some other commenters that, you know, are totally for the digital. And while I'm on the side of the physical, I certainly don't want to rule out their opinion because, you know, it's just as important. But no, I think, Jason, you listed out reasons, and I think it makes sense. One user or one member has said that, well, it is very convenient to be digital. Physical media end up being more to collect. And, you know, at the end of the day, it depends on what personality types you are, you know. And digital tends to be more convenient and sometimes faster performance. I can't attest to that, but okay. And yeah, while the user says that it's convenient for the digital, he understands that it's a, you know, slippery slope and it can be taken away by the bigger corporation and you can lend it to a friend. And I see that the entire opportunity for the bigger corporation is that they don't capitalize on the second market sale. So they want to make it so that it's digital only so that every sale goes to them. That's the whole point of this, is that every sale goes to them. And with GTA 6 being a really good example, they're kind of propagating it as like, oh, we don't want leaks or anything to get out there. We want the full experience for the players, and we don't want them being uploaded on different media platforms where certain aspect can be spoiled and everything. What they're really trying to say is that, hey, we don't want you to lend your friend a copy of GTA 6 and they, you know, end up don't buying it from us because they want the sale. I understand they want the sale. You know, like GTA 6 is one of the most expensive video game that's ever produced. Why would they not want to capitalize on getting that extra person's, you know, sale? I understand.
I mean, that's
But
fair. Yeah.
yeah, so at the end of the day, it's tough for consumers because, like Jay said, you know, we are obviously moving. This is not something that can be stopped. But I think if enough people voice their opinion on this, we can certainly slow the track of this, right? I mean, 2028 is literally the year after next year. I mean, we're getting there pretty quickly. So
Maybe that's maybe that's around the time where they finally release PlayStation 6 and sort of set the goal for the next generation console, where they no longer do the physical copy thing and fully rely on digital downloading. But yeah, I can understand. If I can also say that if that's the non-stopping force that the new technology or pushing it toward us, at least make the service better, consistent, and also cheaper, because it eliminates the production cost for the gaming. So you should providing better or cheaper service for the players. And if their goal is to eliminate the second hand or used market, maybe make the game cheaper so actually people can buy the game and don't rely on the used game market, maybe. So there's a lot of ways to basically solve the problem. We'll see how they will react, I guess, because us consumers will can do very little to stop this trend.
definitely. All right, listeners, you have our take on it, and please leave us a comment and give us a like and how you feel about this episode. It's shocking how fast we're going as a species, everything going digital, and the fact that there's no real way to really stop it. But I kind of feel like going digital just makes us being more distance to us in terms of like species. We're really cutting out interaction with other human beings. I mean, I grew up in a time where taking a game to a friend's house and playing it, mostly Jay's house. But that going digital, you're all just stuck in your own space and you don't talk, you text basically to communicate. So we're all in our own little cubicle, and unless you have like a retail job where you get to interact with the public, I mean, we're basically just trying to close ourselves off and not being able to have this open communication. So I think it'll impact that aspect of life as well, and that's kind of like my big problem with it. But yeah, that's my closing statement on that fact. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, we spend a lot of times into the basically use games and stuff and share our different experiences and opinions on things. Nowadays, if it's a digital downloads, much difficult to do that. I mean, you can still have like sharing options or features, screen sharing or that kind of function, but it's not the same. And I can understand people are upset about this. I am too, but on the other hand, you don't see people complaining about no physical copies when they're busy or when they all hop on the Spotify or Netflix. So it definitely when these things applied initially, definitely people will take a hit. But I guess after a few years, people will eventually get over it, because if it's a convenient and if it's cheaper products, people will accept it eventually anyway. So sadly, it's a thing that we cannot control, because that's how the industry goes. And like you said, it's not just purely on gaming. It's already happening on basically every other entertainment industry, music, movie, like you said, even like classes or workforce, that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see people how people react to this, I guess. But all I can say is just prepare, get ready for this kind of thing.
Oh, that's very disappointing. Well, Jack and Chooms, I guess we're going to the digital age. And I keep telling you, we're not that far from like the setting of Cyberpunk, but that's either you see it or you don't. Anyways, this has been another episode of Kyodaichat, and thank you so much for listening.